Hey guys, this is your boy Dino aka DLP here and welcome back to another video to my channel. And today guys, yes, as you can tell from the title, I'm going to go ahead and react to the new death battle that came out yesterday. Let me just read this. Carnage versus Lucy. Don't worry, it's not the fairy tale Lucy. No, it's not the fairy tale Lucy. This is Lucy from the anime called Elfen and Carnage is from Marvel. And it's the death battle between them. Now, I have never heard of Carnage before, despite me being a huge Marvel fan, but I guess I don't read the comics as well, so I guess he comes from the comics because I don't think I've seen him in any of the Marvel movies. Lucy, I've heard of the anime Elfen but I haven't watched it, so there's no way I would know what this movie's about, or what the anime's about, or what she's capable of. But there was this specific scene I saw where these school kids was actually bullying her, and they were killing this dog in front of her, and she got really angry that all of them just suddenly exploded. And I don't know whether that's got to do with her abilities, because she just stood there, she just got pissed, and suddenly the next thing I see, their bodies just explode, and I'm like, okay, like, I don't know if that's got to do with what she's capable of doing, but we'll find that out in this death battle. So I have no idea what these guys are capable of, so it's going to be yet another blind death battle for me, which I really like. So let's not waste any time, and let's just get right into it, guys. If you guys want to go ahead and grab something to eat or drink, that's totally fine. You can pause this video right now. The reason why I'm saying this is because death battles are normally 20 to 24 minutes long, which is like the average length of an anime episode. So yeah, if you guys want to do that, now's the time to pause it. If not, that's also fun, because I'm just going to go ahead and jump into this reaction. Yeah, it's all good. In 3, 2, 1, go.
On the ScrewAttack/Rooster store. Head to store.roosterteeth.com and you guys can pick one up.
It's time for a death battle! Alright.
If my ex-wives have taught me anything, it's that there's no real limit to crazy.
What the
Like
hell?
Carnage, Marvel's dangerously insane psychopath.
Or Lucy, the messed up murder lady from Elfen
Elfen
Murder
Lied.
lady.
It's German.
Yeah,
Elfen
whatever.
Lied,
He's
okay.
whiz and I'm boosted.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh wow! That was some really interesting sketches right there.
Didn't have the chance to be a well-adjusted adult because his entire family was already crazy. While Cletus was just a boy, his father got sent to jail for killing his mother.
Whoa.
Which he did because she had tried to kill Cletus.
Which she did because Cletus had tortured and killed her dog, Fifi.
Huh?
Well, go Miss Cassidy. All dog murderers deserve death, even if they're 8. Right, Jack Spaniels? Good boy. Oh, and Cletus murdered his grandma, too, because she's kind of a bitch.
He didn't stop there and wound up burning down his own orphanage. Years later, he was finally arrested and convicted for 11 murders.
Holy
You
mother
mean
of
the 11 murders they knew about?
But while in prison, Cletus found that he wasn't alone. In fact, his cellmate just so happened to be Eddie Brock.
Who you may know is that creepy guy covered in black ink called Venom.
Venom!
That ink is actually a symbiotic alien known as a Clintar.
Oh,
this
shit.
symbiote bonded with Eddie, transforming him into a powerful and violent rival for the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
But what Eddie didn't know was it was pregnant.
Huh?
Oh, time to go out for cigarettes, Eddie.
Well, symbiotes actually reproduce asexually. When Eddie became Venom once again, the symbiote sort of oozed out its spawn and left it there.
Just like me and my dad. Well, this new symbiote immediately attached itself to Cletus. But unlike the Venom one, it merged through a cut on his skin, creating this suit made out of blood.
Oh shit.
Ew. That doesn't seem sanitary.
Okay.
And together, they became Carnage.
Carnage.
A fitting name for a psycho mass murderer.
Shit.
Cletus and his new symbiote quickly got up to what they knew best, creating maximum carnage. For that game, it was great.
And with his new superpowers, he was a vicious force to be reckoned with. He has
Imagine.
the same superhuman strength, speed, and durability as Venom, and supposedly even greater. Like
Wow.
Venom 2.0.
He can shapeshift to make all sorts of killer weapons, like axes, swords, and spikes. He can even rip those weapons off himself or launch them at his victims. Have you ever tried ripping your fingers off and throwing them at people? That's kind of what Carnage does.
The symbiote symbiote can also reach out with dozens of chaotic, blood-soaked...
Okay, sorry about this. Superhuman strength, speed, and stamina. 360-degree perception. Okay, camouflage, possession, regeneration, shape-shifting, wall crawling, webbing. Is this man anything? Is there anything this man can't do? Like, seriously.
Tendrils. Perfect for strangling the people he doesn't want to see anymore. With a single touch, Carnage can infect a person with a portion of his symbiote.
What?
Controlling or torturing them at his leisure. He has unbelievable regeneration, and even if somebody finds a way to disable his suit, the Carnage symbiote lives inside his bloodstream.
Oh my.
And can come back out through something as meager as a paper cut.
Also, the symbiote literally sees everything around it. It's kind of like wearing a suit made of eyeballs.
Wow.
Let's say you're able to dodge his projectiles, outrun the tendrils, and get out of sight from the eyeball suit. You're still not safe. He will catch you.
Wow.
Because he can sprout wings and fly.
What the?
What?
Since when?
Since realizing that shapeshifting is a really, really useful ability.
So he's able to fly, he's totally aware of
Oh
everything
my.
around him, and he's full of blood? This guy's like a giant mosquito.
Yeah.
Sure. Carnage has said he's at least 10 times faster than the average man.
Oh.
But that's pretty modest, because Venom has shown he can move fast enough to catch up to a bullet after it's fired. And
Wow.
Carnage is frequently shown to be as fast or even faster than him. This puts Carnage over 1,500 miles per hour.
Wow.
Over twice the speed of sound.
He's lifted a 50-ton tank, and he can overpower Spider-Man, whose best supported strength feat was lifting that giant machine
Yeah.
thing that weighed as much as a 1965 locomotive.
Which would put it around 130 tons.
Jesus
Did
Christ.
you know those weird tendril things crawling around his body? When he wanted to find a missing journalist in New York, he climbed to the top of the Empire State Building and just stretched them all out over the city.
We found her by
What?
this coastline, and this building nearby looks a
Sorry guys, just give me a second. Someone has just come inside, so I'll just call you. I'll just be right back in a bit. Sorry about that, guys. Someone had to come in, so I'll just go back into the video. Sorry about pausing it so suddenly. But yeah, let's just get back into this.
A lot like the consolidated Edison plant between 14th and 15th Street. That's about 2 miles away.
And as a thank you for saving her, she shot Carnage in the head.
Oh.
Well, fine. Save your own ass next time, lady.
Hey, it was fine. Carnage's durability doesn't come from a sturdy build.
Yeah.
Instead, his form is malleable and somewhat fluid.
Oh.
Technically, his human body still exists somewhere in that mass of blood, flesh, and writhing tentacles.
Really?
But even when he's hit by a train, struck by missiles, or blasted apart by a tritium bomb, he can always just pull himself back together.
What?
So long as there's a piece of him still around.
Wow.
Given the size of that blast, it looks like Carnage survived a blast worth 125 tons of TNT.
Just only a little.
Very impressive. Also, he once smothered and survived a gene bomb designed to wipe out all of humanity except mutants.
What?
He's even survived being ripped in half and thrown into space. Seriously, what kills this guy?
Well, he does share the same weaknesses as other symbiotes, namely extremely loud noises and heat.
Well, until he traded the sound one for a weakness against some Cthulhu-looking magic.
Carnage has been through a lot, but with two minds as one, he always gets back up to keep doing what he loves.
Murder, murder, and, you know,
Murder. Is there anything this guy can't do? It's like he will always come back if there's a single part of him, because it lives inside the blood. Or if he just gets a little paper cut, it's done.
Mysteries
Like,
the world holds, which no one is meant to know. Every day, something, somewhere, comes ever closer to destroying everything you hold dear.
that's disgusting.
One such secret is the Dicloni.
No big deal. They're
Oh,
just a race
my
of
God.
crazy people who want to infect human beings to make more Dicloni and then wipe out all of humanity.
Oh, that's
look at
disgusting.
these little horns. They look like kitty ears.
To accomplish this, the Dicloni would have to rely on their queen, Carnage, better known as Lucy.
Luckily for everyone, some important people figured this out and captured her. And now it's time for your only warning.
Right, Lucy's methods, let's just say they're not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's also say that those lucky important people were about to get very, very unlucky.
Look, that didn't do anything. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, what's happening?
To truly understand, let's take a step back. As an infant, Lucy was abandoned by her parents and left alone to suffer a life of constant discrimination.
It was the horns, wasn't it?
Right, even the average kid hates growing up in an orphanage, but it was especially painful for her.
Until she found a stray puppy and decided to take care of it. That adorable little critter and her became best
Yeah, this
friends.
is what I saw.
And then the other kids
There
from
you
the
go.
orphanage went out and beat it to death.
Yeah.
And forced her to watch.
Yeah, that's what I saw. This is the scene I saw. Only scene I've
no
seen.
Shit, she wants to kill everyone. Go ahead, Lucy. Tear up those little bastards.
Yeah, there you go. That's fucking disgusting.
Damn.
This was the first time Lucy unleashed her psychokinetic vectors. As a Diclonius queen, Lucy is meant to use these vectors to infect ordinary human beings with the Diclonius virus.
Oh, but she uses them for so much more.
For simplicity's sake, think of the vectors as invisible arms which can sprout from Lucy's back.
Lucy can use up to 28 vectors with
What?
a normal range of about 6 to 7 feet.
Damn.
When she gets really serious, her horns grow and the vectors get way longer and stronger.
She can vibrate her vectors at different frequencies, and each level of vibration has different effects.
Kind of like that thing that my ex-wife had on the nightstand that I thought was one of those crazy pens.
At low frequencies, her vectors can pass through objects with no effect.
Oh.
At a medium frequency, the vectors become solid, like extendable hands, while still completely invisible.
Okay.
These can be used as shields and lift heavy objects.
Wow.
Oh man, if I had those things, I'd be messing with people all the time. Like tying their shoes from across the room. Also, since this seems to be a thing in this episode, she can fly.
It's not really flying, she's just lifting herself off the ground.
Yeah.
With the third frequency, Lucy turns her vectors into invisible blades.
Oh my.
These can cut through people and bend metal.
That's
And with the
disgusting.
last and highest frequency, Lucy gets explosive. No, really, at this level, they finally become visible and can strike with enough force to detonate.
What?
Damn, they don't call this chick the queen for nothing.
Unfortunately, Lucy is not always in control of what she does. Turns out she has developed several alternate personalities.
Oh shit.
Yeah, getting shot in the head can do that to you.
That injury specifically created Mew, a passive, almost childlike persona which exists as a coping mechanism for Lucy's trauma.
Wait. Quiet and withdrawn, apathetic towards murder, often enjoys causing brutality. Lucy. Niu, childlike innocence, sweet and naive. Niu, DNA voice, genetic, delunious instincts, merciless and violent, pushes Lucy to spread the virus and kill humans. Fucking hell, man. I'm sorry. Damn, she has so many personalities.
As Mew, Lucy would finally find friends and began forging a path toward hopeless redemption.
Like her third personality, the so-called DNA voice, which constantly whispers in her ear that she's got a job to do. Kill them all, Lucy, before they hurt more puppies.
She could do it too. Lucy's fast enough to block bullets from a point-blank range. And once, she actually saved herself from a bullet after she had already been shot. As in, while the bullet was traveling between her skin and her heart.
What?
Looks like she's getting shot by an MP5, which fires bullets at nearly 900 miles per hour.
What?
With her body type, the distance between Lucy's skin and heart is less than an inch, probably around 2.4 centimeters. Given the bullet speed and the distance her vector would have to reach from her back before the bullet hit her heart, her vector had to move nearly 1,900 miles per hour. That's over twice the speed of sound.
She can throw a pen through a guy's skull. Brutal. And even toss this giant boulder.
When compared to this guy, Bando, whom we know is 6 feet tall, we can determine the boulder weighs about 75 tons. Her vectors are also tough enough to block a missile from the Air Force. While the exact model of missile is unspecified, it is fairly large and likely an air-to-surface type.
I bet it's one of the Air Force's SLAMs, or Standoff Land Attack Missile, built off the back of the Navy's Harpoon missile. In fact, a harpoon is used against a different Diclonius at one point. So this beast slammed into her vector at 500 miles per hour with a 1,000-pound explosive yield, and it didn't even phase her. Even without a vector shield, she survived a pretty nasty explosion herself, though it did knock her out.
Impressive, but how about the time she punched through an island? A strike literally compared to nuclear fusion.
What?
This kicked up a 100-foot tidal wave and a 9.2 magnitude earthquake. a level so high there's only been 4 comparable quakes ever recorded.
What the
Her
fuck?
vectors can be as wide as buildings and reach into outer space, except that's about when Lucy reaches her limit.
Right. As a Diclonius, Lucy has a few severe weaknesses.
Ah.
Her vectors can be nullified if she's struck in the forehead, or if one of her horns are broken.
Also, if Lucy pushes herself too hard, she starts to melt.
What?
Kinda like ice cream out in the Texas
Huh?
sun. It's not pretty. She's just a big puddle of goop with a face, but she's still a total badass, even at her meltiest.
While suffering agonizing pain, she was capable of single-handedly halting a massive military threat, while healing and protecting the person she loved most. Perhaps redemption wasn't so hopeless after all.
Hey, let's watch her kill some more people.
Oh my. Oh my god, no! No! No, I just can't see that anime now.
Alright, the combatants are set. Let's end this
Okay. Wow. Both of these guys are ridiculous. Both of these guys are psychos. Like, what? Oh my god. Okay, so let's talk about Lucy first, okay? No, let's talk about Carnage first. Carnage was spoken about first. The man's capable of so much. Like, he's got a huge arsenal going for him. He's got like a huge regeneration. He's regenerated from stuff where you don't expect him to. Like, he's been hit by something that wipes out everything but mutants, and he came out from that. He came back from that. He was ripped apart and thrown into space or something, and he came back from that. So it seems like no matter how you destroy the man, as long as there's always like a part of him, he's always going to come back. And like they said, even if they try to restrain him, get him out of that form, just a little paper cut is enough for him to go back into the Carnage form. So, as you can tell, he's got superhuman strength, superhuman speed, web. He's got 360 degrees perception. He's just got regeneration. His regeneration seems to be super OP in this case. They did say that he's very vulnerable to 2 things though, which is fire, well not exactly fire, but heat and sound. And that comes into my next person, Lucy. Lucy's attacks, she uses something called vectors from what I know, and she uses it at different frequencies as well. So does that mean as in the frequency of the sound? Is that what they mean? Because if it is, then that might come in helpful for this battle. But she also has healing as well, but it's not as OP as Carnage. I think her one is just, I think it said low healing factor, I think, whereas his one was just regeneration. So so there's that. In terms of who's faster, both of them are pretty much 2 times faster than the speed of light. They've mentioned that that's over two times the speed of light. The speed, both of them. I think Carnage is slightly more faster from what I saw the numbers at, if my memory serves correctly. But it just, Lucy has done a lot. As you can tell, Lucy's done a lot. But Carnage has done things which just seems to make Lucy's accomplishments look kind of small, if you get what I mean. And the weakness with Lucy is a lot more open compared to Carnage, because they said she goes out of control when her horns are shot, or something like that. So if Carnage somehow breaks her horns, she's going to end up losing control, and that's probably going to make her use more power than usual. If she's going to go out of control, it might move to one of her personalities, the DNA voice, which makes her go all out like crazy. And if she's going to go all out, then she's going to start melting, and I just feel like she's definitely a formidable character, Lucy from Elfen Lead. But I feel like if I have to choose who I think would win, I have to give it to Carnage from Marvel. I definitely have to give it to Carnage. It's not that Lucy's bad, not a strong character or something. Carnage has just done a lot more, if you get what I mean. Carnage is just capable a lot more than what Lucy's done. Lucy's done so much, but Carnage has done it on a lot more larger scale, if you get what I mean. So,
Fate once and for all.
although Lucy's methods of killing people just is gory and disturbing, but hey ho.
By now, you've probably heard of
Week's menu and get your
just...
fluid time for a death battle.
Alright, let's just watch the death battle now. I think Carnage is gonna win. That drawing. Oh my god. Right, that's disgusting, man. They've done it well. Oh my. Oh. Yeah. The vectors. The vectors stop. He's gonna regenerate. He's gonna regenerate, man. He's gonna part himself together. Yo, that Vectis is protecting her like crazy. Yo. Yo, his regeneration is fucking OP, man. She's doing pretty well. Offensive wise, she has got it. Like, those vectors are dangerous, but with Carnage, when she's up against Carnage, it's not going to make much of a difference if he's going to get himself back together. Oh. Element and surprise. Okay. Oh, getting those scrapes there. Oh my. Yo! That is crazy, man.
It's me. You're bleeding. It's just Carnage.
Oh my. Yo, it's gonna be too much for her now. Look at her. Oh yeah, she can leap into the air, can't she? Oh my. Damn. Damn!
Does it hurt yet? Don't worry.
Oh.
I'll put you out of your misery.
Uh-oh. Whoa. She sounds badass. At least in this. What?
First those kids at the orphanage, then Cletus. Lucy really hates dog killers, and for good
Holy
reason.
shit!
Carnage was a challenging opponent. It was incredibly difficult for Lucy to deal any lasting damage against him.
He had the durability advantage in the bag, though Lucy fighting as a puddle proved she could take a lot of pain and keep on fighting.
Okay, yeah, I guess so.
Carnage came up short in pretty much everything else.
Right, Carnage was tough, but not invincible. Even his surviving that gene bomb isn't quite as impressive as it sounds, since he had no other feats to even remotely back up planetary-level durability, and the bomb was more akin to a biological weapon anyway. While Carnage's tendrils could pass speeds of Mach 2, Lucy's vectors once reached into outer space. By timing her accompanying monologue and comparing the longest vector's length to the curvature of the Earth, it's clear she reached over 2,400 miles in 20 seconds max.
They didn't say
Longer than
that!
Carnage's 2 mile feet.
All this means her vectors were moving at least 440,000 miles per
Wow,
hour.
okay.
More
Okay,
than
fine,
500
fair
times
enough.
the speed of sound, and 250 times faster than Carnage.
Good luck getting past that. And this was really the biggest hurdle. With Lucy's ridiculous speed and Carnage's healing powers, it
Yeah.
all boiled down to one thing. Who could hit the killing blow first?
Yeah.
I mean, Carnage could respawn from scraps, so the only way to beat him for good was to totally vaporize him.
And Lucy had the perfect answer to that.
The
Remember
punch
that
from
time she hit an
the
island
punch
so
that she did in the island, right? I think they're gonna refer it back to that where she did that punch on the island.
hard she caused a 9.2 magnitude earthquake and
Yeah,
a 100
that's crazy.
foot tidal wave. Such a feat would require an enormous amount of explosive energy, approximately 31,000 tons of TNT, similar to the bomb that hit Hiroshima.
It's literally compared to nuclear fusion in the Elfen Lied manga.
Elfen Lied is German.
The point is, in order to beat Carnage for good, Lucy needed to totally obliterate him, and she could do that.
The heat produced within the initial impact of a nuclear explosion can reach temperatures up to 180,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow.
More than 18 times hotter than the surface of the sun. And to top it off, heat was Carnage's biggest weakness.
Yes, okay. Yeah, I forgot that. Okay, I forgot that. That punch that she did on the island had to do, it was kind of like an explosive thing, that something got to do with fire. So heat is his massive weakness as well. Okay, fine, okay. Makes sense.
It would still have been far too much for him.
Yeah.
She just needed to smack him before he could power through her vectors, which chances were pretty slim for that happening anyway, because there's a bunch of them and they're so damn fast.
There's too much.
Hitting Carnage with a big explosion punch was way easier.
Cletus and his symbiote may have had the endurance, but Lucy's space-worthy speed, overwhelming presence, and nuclear strength won the day.
Okay.
She dealt the carnage needed for a total victory and took the lead. There, I said it right, Wiz. Happy?
The winner is Lucy.
Wow, okay. Okay, I honestly thought Carnage was going to win this, but now they've explained why Lucy won this death battle. Okay, I can accept that. Wow, okay. An anime character getting a win over a Marvel character? Something that I don't really see. Wait, has that happened in the past? I can't remember, but wow. This is a really good death battle. They did this really well. Well done, Lucy.
Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the fight, you can get a first membership and watch our commentary by clicking that box over there.
Thank you, Chad. And if you want the battle music from this episode, you can
What's
get
the
it in
next
link
death battle, though?
below.
What's the next one?
You're not Chad.
What is that? Transformers? I don't know. Optimus Prime versus Gundam. Optimus Prime from Transformers versus Gundam from Mobile Suit Gundam. For some reason, I've heard quite a few people talk about, they wanting a death battle between these two. Okay, that's fine. Wow, I did not expect Lucy to win this. Let's see the comments, because people might be really pissed with this. Why? Why would he put up? Okay, can't Carnage infect people from a single car? Expect them to use that. Yeah, he said that they can infect people with. Yeah, they actually mentioned that, because they said that Carnage, if they have a little car, he can just infect them straight away, right? Like he did to Venom. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Sorry for that dislike, bro. That wasn't meant to be there. In the title info boxes on screen, they point out Carnage can only do that by physically touching an opponent, not through projectiles. Okay, and he can't even see those vectors. The vectors are fucking invisible, so there's nothing he can do about that. I believe he couldn't instantly because Lucy resisted being controlled by her DNA voice before, and with 28 vectors, this is a huge. Maybe she can use one to stop the. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Wow. That was crazy. Okay. Death battle. Superman beats Goku. Internet. Screw Attack hates anime. Death battle. Lucy beats Carnage. Internet. Screw Attack weeps. Who said that? Mohammed Afran Padana. Bro, that comment made my day, bro. You deserve a like. Wow. Okay. Like, I honestly haven't seen both of these characters. I haven't seen both shows as well. Like, I don't know, well, both shows, but I don't know about Carnage, and I haven't watched the anime Elfen Lied as well. So if I watched Elfen Lied, I would have had a better perspective of what Lucy's capable of. Then I would have made a better conclusion saying, okay, Lucy might win. But I didn't even watch both of them. I don't know both of them. I just seen a specific scene where she just those kids just instantly explode after killing the dog that she was raising. Wow, Lucy. Good one, Lucy. So, respect and well done. I gotta say I enjoyed this death battle very much. This was a very good death battle. I like the sketches though. The small sketches and animations in it. And wow, Lucy was merciless in this death battle, you could say. She did not lose control. Her horns didn't get knocked off. So, yeah. And I think her abilities... I think what made this her match was the fact that her abilities just was so well suited for an opponent like Carnage, because her attacks are basically around using frequencies and doing that punch on the island attack just causes a lot of heat as well, and that just is surprisingly two of the biggest weakness for Carnage as well. So it just turned out really well for her. So I guess this was a really good death battle. Like I said, she dealt a lot of carnage, you could say. It's okay. Sorry about that pun. Yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you guys did enjoy today's video, then smash the like button, comment and share, do all those good things. You have to see more content on me doing more death battles reactions like this. However, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button and join the DRP guild today, so you won't miss a single video from my channel, guys. Whether it's gaming videos, whether it's reaction videos, or whether it's live streams. So as always, guys, this is your boy Dino signing out, and have a nice day, stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. So until then, peace.